Public spaces, or as people in most cities call them, वो क्या होता है? They're a place to come together, engage with different communities, or simply exist. They should be available and accessible to all citizens. But with lack of planning, limited security, and bad infrastructure, we ask, how inclusive are our public spaces and how do we improve them? By 2050, 2/3 of the world's population will live in cities, most of which are already bursting at the seams. A recent study found that Mumbaikars only have 0.88 square meters of open space per person, as compared to 6.4 square meters in Bangalore, 15 in Delhi, and at least 25 in London and New York. So how do less privileged groups in society navigate public spaces? Let's take a look. Gender. Women limit their public participation to safe spaces like parks, and that too in the daytime. Public amenities like streetlights and proper pavements play a big role in how safe they feel. Plus, there's moral policing. Women are constantly judged when out in public, as a result of which they end up losing confidence, even changing the way they dress. Instead of sticking to the women are abla nari and need to be sheltered attitude, adding cafes and restaurants to isolated places and improving last mile connectivity would greatly help them feel safe in public. Religion. Women have multiple restrictions imposed on their mobility and access to public spaces on the basis of their religion. They fought to enter dargahs, temples, and smashed period taboos across the country, demanding their rightful place in public. Ability. Although there are laws that direct the government to make both public and private structures disabled friendly, most cities aren't designed keeping the differently abled in mind. With constant digging on roads, lack of ramps, signs, and even proper toilet facilities, urban spaces are dangerous not only for those with disabilities but children and senior citizens too. Smart, safe cities should take into account the need of all their citizens, not just the most privileged. Sexuality. Queer inclusivity needs to make its way out of the privileged circles and into public spaces. Anindya Hajra, a Delhi-based trans woman and activist, agreed that several trans persons were subjected to harassment and ridicule on public transport. But most had no choice since they require economic assistance. Adding reserved seats and providing subsidized, if not free fares, could be a start to making metros and buses more accessible to trans individuals. There are many more ways to make public spaces inclusive. More ramps and better public lighting are just the beginning and should be the norm. With more free community spaces and conversion of wasteland into useful public areas, our cities can take steps towards real inclusivity. No one should be afraid of going out into the streets of their own country, and it's up to us to demand better of our government and make that a reality. Let's step up and ensure that anybody can step out without fear. Alright guys, so that was it for today's video. In case you're wondering who was the voice behind it, it's me, Tanya, and I also run a YouTube channel by the name Tanya Khanijo where I upload travel videos. So in case you guys want to travel vicariously or want to watch them for your entertainment, the channel is going to be linked in the description box below. You guys should go check it out. And also big shout out to Vitamins 3 for having me in this video, because they're doing some really amazing content with really enlightening videos just like the one you watched right now. So please guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Vitamins 3.